Hello everyone, guys. Today I'm going to do something a little bit different, or as the Monty Python would say, and now for something completely different. Now, I got YouTube open as you can see, and this is a video called Retro Console Challenge, Test Your Knowledge by Brainmaster Brain with an E instead of an A, which is a channel that has a lot of videos that are quizzes. And this one is about retro. It's about video games, retro consoles, retro gaming, which is right down my alley. Although I do admit I that my knowledge about what comes before the NES is a bit blurry. Like I know the names of the systems that came out before it, but I don't know that many details about them. Like if you told me who designed the Atari 2600 or the Intellivision, I don't have a clue. So hopefully they don't ask me that. But I'm nonetheless confident. So without further ado, let's get on to it.
Welcome to our gaming history quiz. Today, we'll dive into the iconic consoles that shaped the world of video games. Get ready to test your knowledge on some of the most memorable gaming systems of all time. Are you ready?
Yes.
Let's begin. Who designed the Magnavox Odyssey, the first commercial home video game console?
Oh shit. They start out with a hard one. The very first video game console, Odyssey. I'm aware of the Odyssey, which came out in 1968, I think. But I first heard of it around, I don't know, 15 years ago or so when the Angry Video Game Nerd made an episode about it. That's the first time I heard it, and then I haven't thought about it ever since. Perhaps he did mention who designed it, but I don't remember. No, okay, four options here. Obviously, it was not Shigeru Miyamoto or Hideo Kojima, since they're Japanese, and the Odyssey is an American system. And I think I would have known if Miyamoto or Kojima had designed the Odyssey. They would have been a little too young still to design the consoles, I think. So it's either Nolan Bushnell or Ralph H. Baer. I'm going with Ralph H. Baer because his name sounds familiar. But this is a lucky guess, 50-50.
The right answer is Ralph H.
Yeah.
Baer.
Lucky answer.
What year was the Atari 2600 released?
1981, I think. Surely.
The right answer is 1977.
I admit, I had no idea it came out in the 70s still. I could have sworn it was in the early 80s. Oh well. You learn something new every day.
Which company developed the Intellivision?
Mattel. Coleco developed the ColecoVision. Atari obviously did not develop it.
The right answer
Yeah.
is Mattel.
Mattel, which had its own electronics department. Although nowadays they're more known for their toys, action figures for WWE, I'd say. And I think Barbie. 2 points.
What unique feature did the ColecoVision offer compared to other consoles at the time?
Oh, well, that's a tough one. I don't know. Voice recognition? Even though the voices sounded like shit.
The right answer is expansion modules.
Expansion models. I would never guess that. Sorry.
What year did the Nintendo Entertainment System, NES, first launch in North America?
1985.
The right answer is 1985.
Okay, this one was pretty easy. So that's 3 out of 5 questions answered correctly.
What was the primary competition for the Sega Master System in the mid-1980s?
The NES.
The right answer is NES.
Yep, the Sega Nintendo rivalry started there.
What feature made the Atari 7800 notable in the gaming market?
Backwards compatibility, I think.
The right answer is backward compatibility.
All right. 5 points out of 7.
Which company produced the TurboGrafx 16?
Oh. Oh, wait. Hmm. It has to be NEC. I think there's a Dutch football issues NEC again, or however the hell you pronounce it. Sorry, any Dutch people watching this, but obviously they're not affiliated with the company that produced TurboGrafx 16. I mean, but come on, it wasn't Nintendo obviously or Sega, and I'm pretty sure it was not Atari either. So NEC, answer C.
The right answer is NEC.
6 out of 8.
What was the Sega Genesis known as in Europe?
Oh, Mega Drive, and also in Japan, Mega Drive is its original name. The Americans changed its name.
The right answer is Mega Drive.
7 points.
What significant improvement did the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, SNES, bring over the NES?
Enhanced 16-bit. The NES was 8-bit.
The right answer is enhanced 16-bit
8
graphics.
points.
Which console was the first to introduce CD-ROMs as a primary storage medium?
You know, okay, it was either the Sega Saturn or the original PlayStation. Which one came out first? I'm gonna go with the Sega.
The right answer is TurboGrafx.
Oh man, I'm so fucking stupid. Of course, the TurboGrafx system is known as the PC Engine in Europe. Oh shit. I even reviewed the PC Engine game, the Maison Coco game for it. And I did mention in that video that the TurboGrafx system is known as the PC Engine in Europe. Oh well, still 8 points.
16.
8 out of 11.
What was a major selling point of the original Sony PlayStation?
3D graphics and CD-based games.
The right answer is 3D graphics and CD-based games. What was unique about the controller design of the Nintendo 64?
The fact that it's fucking huge and uncomfortable. Nah, just kidding. Joystick controller.
The right answer is joystick
10
controller.
points.
What feature was the Sega Dreamcast the first to offer in a gaming console?
Online capabilities.
The right answer is online capabilities.
11 points.
What media format did the Sony PlayStation 2 support that contributed to its success?
That's easy, DVD. The PlayStation 2 was originally super expensive because of that. And at the same time, it was also a cheap player for a lot of people. Remember how DVD technology used to be so fucking expensive in the first few years? So a lot of people around the world needed a cheap DVD player, and the PS2 was a cheap DVD player in comparison to the real deal. And yes, even though I only got the PS2 in 2005 when the Slim came out, and by then the DVD technology had its price had lowered significantly. So it was not my primary DVD player, but I did use it since the DVD player was in my living room and I played the PS2 in my bedroom. So I had now a DVD player in my bedroom, but I didn't use much. I didn't use it as much as a DVD player, to be fair.
The right answer is DVD.
12 points.
What was a distinctive feature of the Nintendo GameCube's design?
Rectangular shape. It's a cube. What?
The right answer is compact and portable.
No, please. Just because he has a fucking handle. Excuse me. When someone says portable, I think I equate that to. And the GameCube is not a handheld console. Come on now. So yeah, that was a cheap shot. I still have 12 points out of 16.
What was Microsoft's first entry into the gaming console market?
The Xbox.
The right answer is Xbox.
13 points.
What significant technology did the Sony PlayStation 3 introduce to gaming consoles?
If the PS2 was originally a cheap DVD player for millions of people worldwide, then you can say that PS3 was originally a Blu-ray player for millions of people worldwide. Blu-ray supports.
The right
Yep.
answer is Blu-ray support.
14 points out of 18.
What was innovative about the Nintendo Wii's control system?
Motion control.
The right answer is motion control.
Oh man, the Wii people who were either little kids at the time or who who no longer remember it because they did not have a Wii. Uh, will probably do not know this, or but the Wii was pretty hot for its first couple of years, and it was so hard to find in its first year that came out in the market because there was a shortage of it or something. And Wii Sports really took the world by storm. I remember it being talked about on media outlets worldwide, including the CNN, seeing the CNN reporter playing Wii Sports. I mean, the Wii is the only console that my brother and I successfully got our late mother, to actually play with us. I remember her playing the baseball game in particular, the Wii Sports. And she's not, and she was a middle-aged lady, and she must have not been the only one of her age brackets to first play video games with the Wii. Wait, how many points do I have now? 15 out of 19, I think, or 14 out of 19. Something like that.
What feature made Xbox Live a standout service for the Xbox 360?
3 games, I think. I don't know.
The right answer is online multiplayer
Yeah.
and achievements.
That was a stupid answer.
This
for
was
me.
it. Did you enjoy the quiz? If so, please subscribe to our channel. We bring you a
Okay, that was it. Even though the video was only 5 minutes and a half long, it had 20 questions, so I think I did okay. I scored, 15 points out of 20? Not bad at all, I must say. It's a passing grade. And the questions I missed are ones that I never knew the answer to in the first place. Although the one I missed about the GameCube, I don't know. Feels like a trap question, but whatever. I liked it, and you learned something new every day. Hopefully, this video taught you something, and I don't know if before this video you overestimated me or underestimated my knowledge of retro video game consoles. Also, speaking of retro, it's fucking crazy how the original Wii and the PS3 and the Xbox 360 are already considered retro consoles. I mean, seriously, I was a teenager when those came out. Retro gaming to me makes me think of the NES, the Master System, the Atari 2600, or even the Super Nintendo, Sega Mega Drive. I mean, I still remember the time when people refused to consider the Sega Saturn, the PS1, and Nintendo 64 as retro gaming systems because they were 3D. Although nowadays, no one denies that anymore. To be fair, by the time I was in my late teens, I think people already consider those systems. Well, maybe not since they were. Yeah, yes, they did. Usually, if I recall, usually the definition was current gen was obviously the modern gaming. The previous gen was old, but still not retro. So the GameCube was not retro in 2008 or 2009. No, it was just an obsolete system that no one was playing anymore. Not that many people were playing the GameCube in the first place originally, sadly, because it's such a great system. But it was not retro, just like no way hell, the PS2 was still alive and well. The PS2 were still making games. They were still making games for the PS2 in the early 2010s. There's no way it was a retro system at the time. Neither was the original Xbox. Perhaps the Dreamcast was, since it was the first one of its generation to come out in 1998 or something, and it died just a couple of years later or so, but still. But yeah, time flies. And I'll and then I'll get to feel really old when when the original Switch gets called retro. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you want to see more of my content. I'll see you next time. Kaiserbug out.